Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Long time no see. How are y'all doing? Oh, I'm so happy you guys are in the chat. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I'm not going to be here too long, but I do want to spill some tea before, listen, y'all, I cannot wait to get here and just talk to y'all. All right. When I tell you last night we had a time and I got home at around 2 a.m. My mom got home at around the same time. Yeah. And it's so funny because like I was gonna sleep in. I didn't even sleep. Like I was like so like I was just like literally on adrenaline. I didn't even sleep. I spent the whole morning in bed, like on my social media, like doing my TikToks and crafting all that for you guys. But yeah, like I have not slept. Then after that, I had my nail appointment earlier in the afternoon. So yeah, I am running on fumes here, but don't cry for me, Argentina. Life is good, okay? But yes, y'all, let's just get right. Okay, let me start by saying this. We're going to start with, first of all, happy 6 years. It has been, yesterday was my 6th year anniversary here on YouTube. So I just want to like clap for that. God is good. 6 years, honey. The hater said that I wouldn't make it 6 days. They said I wouldn't get 60 subscribers, honey. Shout out to somebody who I still have the screenshots, just so you know. But shout out to you, the person who wished that I dropped dead, for following my dreams. Look who's here and look who's thriving. But yeah, I'm just so thankful for you all. God is good. I'm beyond grateful for this community. You guys make my days it's just such a blessing. But yeah, I'm so happy to be here. And honey, we did it. Okay, we are proving the haters wrong every single day. Yes. Yes, honey. Let's cheers to yes, honey. Yeah, exactly. Honk the horn on their ass, Brooke. Yup. Toot toot. Boop boop. Bam. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much. I've been like reading all of your messages. You guys have had me just so teary-eyed. But can I tell you something? What are the odds that this party, the Directv and Bravo party, would land on my 6-year anniversary? Like, when does that happen? Right? I said that God is really in all the details. Okay. But let me tell y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so good seeing you get your flowers and seeing you thriving. Many of my favorite YouTubers like Ashley Miller and Bondi Blue always bring you up in recaps. Oh my gosh. Shout out to both Ashley Miller and Bondi Blue. Okay. They paved the way. So shout out to the legends. All right. I love both of them. So that's an honor. That is an honor that they even say my name. Okay. So no, that really makes my day. But yeah, it's a blessing to be here. I don't take this for granted. To do this is just a privilege and an honor that I truly do. I don't think you guys understand. Like one day we'll really get in deep, but not today, not right now. But I am truly, truly grateful. Yes, honey. Yes, exactly. Oh, y'all are so sweet. I love y'all right back. I love y'all right back. Divine timing. Yes, look at God. Yes, God's timing. Oh, you said God's favor. Oh, thank you. No, we are 3 minutes in. I did not get into Alexia. Give me 4 more minutes. I promise I got you. You haven't missed anything. Get comfortable, grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a chip, a popcorn, a cookie, get into it. We just got started. Like, you are not missing a thing, okay? Yes, honey, God has your back. He sure does. He sure does, okay? You said divine alignment in my Portia voice. I'm screaming. All right, y'all. Oh, you are so sweet, Brooke. You stay winning and you'll always get it again and again and again. Yes, thank you. Oh, I'm happy that you are. I'm happy that you're here. I'm very happy that, no, we really have a good time here. I don't care what anybody says. We really have a good time here. We don't leave that BS at the door, honey. It is good vibes. We have positive thinking, positive words. If folks want to tussle, they will tussle right on out the chat. All right. So shout out to us because y'all really make everything a good time. And we are always in rare form all together. Amen to that. Amen. What God has for you, no man can take from you. Exactly. All right, y'all. Oh my gosh, you're watching me from Scotland. Oh my gosh, yes, come on in, come on in. Oh, you are so sweet. Good afternoon, beautiful people. Brooke is out here zipping it and zooming it and looking gorgeous while doing so. Thank you. All right, y'all. All right. I'm going to tell you everything. I promise you. So we're going to start off with Miami. Are you ready? Are you listening? Let me start off by saying Alexia took accountability when her and I spoke. Alexia has to be one of the most charming housewives that I have met. And that's saying a lot. I'm going to repeat myself one more time. Alexia is extremely charming. Me and my mother were blown away. I had met her before 2022 at that BravoCon, but it was brief, just a hi, took a picture, that was it, right? She didn't remember me. I didn't even count that as like a meeting, but whatever. Alexia was so warm and kind and funny and engaging and charming and charismatic. Also, whatever Alexia did that, ate down, face was refreshed. Listen, say what you want. The mama looks good. Like, hey, I will always give the girls their 10s. Alexia ate down. Beautiful. Do you know that we talked to Alexia, me, my mom, and Alexia all sat and we talked for a good 35 minutes. I start off by saying, Alexia, I watched the show. I've been watching Miami since day one. I've always, I think that, you're funny, you're cool and all that stuff. But this season, you're really pissing me off with this whole Guerdy stuff. And it's not just you. I'm annoyed at the entire group. Any other housewife, I feel, would have made a million excuses. Alexia, I said, Alexia, I need you to show this side of you on the show, because on the show, you never take accountability at all. I said, Alexia, I need the viewers to see this Alexia. Alexia, y'all, I keep my hand to God. Alexia says, in the moment when that happened, we were all stunned. She says, I can only speak for myself. She says, I was appalled at what Julia did, but I was in such a daze. There was so much commotion going on that I just froze. Then my stuff with Todd, she says, I'm not making excuses, but with my stuff with Todd, that's why I was a bit slow to, say anything. But she says, I swear I'm not blaming production. She goes on to say, the very next day after Marisol's wedding reception, you know how Alexia owns that beauty salon? It's a beauty salon, nail salon, a beauty bar. She says that she invited Guerdy to her beauty bar the next day after Guerdy was assaulted. She says, I'm telling you what she told me. My mom was a witness. I can get her on the line if you want me to. I'm not adding anything that she said. I'm not taking anything away. I'm saying what she said to us verbatim. She said she had Guerdy at her salon, and she flat out said what Julia did was horrendous, and she was dead ass wrong for doing that. I'm on your side. Julia was wrong. We need to get her to apologize. She said that she went to production and she said, please make sure that you show this, because she had a feeling that production would leave that out to create this narrative that they don't care about her. She says, I can't speak for Marisol. I can't speak for anybody else. But for me, I told Guerdy to her face the next day that what Julia did was wrong. 100%. That's it. It was no 50-50. Well, you're wrong, whatever. So I'm going to just fast forward a bit, right? I told Alexia at one point, I said, Alexia, I'm happy to hear that you did stand on the side of right, although production did not show it. So I said, so what was all that back and forth then on the yacht when you guys had dinner and you were blaming Guerdy. So she goes on to say that there was some other stuff that was cut out, and that she wasn't really, thinking straight because of her and Todd, but she stands 10 toes down now that, Guerdy was the victim, Julia was wrong, right? So she goes on to say, like, she apologized. I apologize. Like, they shot the reunion last week. By the way, the reunion is coming out in October. So we still have a ways to go. Side note, I hate how they filmed the reunions 8 weeks before the finale. It's just so stupid to me, but I digress. So she goes on to add that sorry if I lost my train of thought. I asked her, I said, Alexia, do you see how it looks with the optics, right? She's the only, full-time. Yes, we have Kiki. She said, no, I understand that. She said, that's not my heart. I would never. You have to understand, like, that is not me. I know how it looks. I'm just really upset right now because of production. And I'm not trying to blame production, but, they did cut some stuff out. And I wish that y'all would have seen that I stood 10 toes down on Guerdy's side, right? So then I go on to ask Alexia. I said, Alexia, do you think that it's fair that they are, and I said, please, I'm saying this respectfully. I'm not saying this to offend you, but I said, do you think that it's fair that everybody in the group coddles each other, but nobody has yet to coddle Guerdy and give her that same concern and care? And she has cancer. I said, the way you guys rallied around Lisa for 2 seasons about her divorce from Lenny, now they're taking you to Spain with what's going on with you and Todd. I said, we have not seen y'all do a collective thing for Guerdy. I said, we have not seen you buy her a gift basket. Like, you haven't taken her anywhere. Is that fair? Alexia says, you're correct. We dropped the ball on that. No excuses. I said, and I kept saying, I was like, Alexia, this conversation with you and I right now, this is what we want to see on the show. Like, this is like, y'all, when I tell you this, this conversation, I just really appreciated the fact that Alexia was so open. It was like talking to like an old friend. She was open. She was receptive. She was making excuses from again, just my viewpoint, but like, I really enjoyed talking to her. She was engaging, and she kept making it clear that she's aware of how this looks, with the optics. She's also aware that they did drop the ball when it comes to not rallying around Guerdy. So I asked her, I said, well, Guerdy's here tonight. Have you guys talked? Are you good? What's the status? So she said that her and Guerdy are good. And then she says that at the reunion, she's pretty much good with everybody. And how she could have sat on either side because she's friends with everybody. So now I asked her about Marisol. I said, Marisol's been saying stuff about Guerdy. Baby, the way Alexia said, honey, I'm not in. She said, I know that's my best friend. She said, I'm not involved. She said, I can have you reach out. I can reach out to Marisol for you. She said, honey, but I'm not, my name's Bennett. I'm not in it. Like, honey, let's talk about you and me. Don't bring up Marisol. Okay, Brooke, I thought I was going to have to take you to task. You stood your ground and asked the right questions, making us Black women proud. Do you think I would let you down? Wow, you thought you were going to whack me? And I said, when I post the picture and the video of me and Alexia laughing and King, I said, I already know somebody's going to say something, but that's why I said in the caption, I said, before you whack me in the comments, wait until my live. I will explain everything. Like, y'all. You know I would not let you down. Y'all know I would not let you down like that. Is she aware because she knows better, or is she aware because all the fans are Team Guerdy? No, so Alexia said that she's always liked Guerdy. She said that she's always liked Guerdy. She was upset with how things had, were going on between her and Guerdy, this season. But she said she's always liked Guerdy, and she's happy that her friendship with Guerdy is tight. So Alexia said that there were really, really like fun moments that were cut out this season. She said that there was a scene that was supposed to be shown. It was her, Guerdy, and I want to say it was either Adriana or it was another housewife, but they all went bowling together and they had like bowling shirts and it was like a really cute scene, like just like a nice like family fun day. You know, Frankie was there, like Guerdy's kids were there, like it was a good time. And she said, I wish that you guys would have seen that, but they want to focus on making us look like the villains. And she said, again, I can't speak for anybody else, but she said, as for me in my house, I never had an issue with Guerdy. You know, I love her. That's my girl. And me and Guerdy are cool, but we are good. They spoke at the party last night. There was no drama, no beef. But I asked Alexia about the whole seating arrangement. I just had to know. I said, why is Stephanie first chair? She didn't bring a whole lot, in my opinion. So this is Alexia's theory. Alexia believes that on Miami, they want to have all the new girls be the first seat against an OG. So she said for Julia's first season on the show, season 4, she was the first chair. The next season, I believe it was Guerdy. Or no, it was Lisa and Alexia, and then the last season it was Guerdy. But she said she thinks that it's like if they're only doing it because Stephanie's new, that's it. So now I asked about Julia, and I said, where do y'all stand? Did Julia show remorse and contrition at the reunion? So she didn't want, she doesn't want to spoil it, right? I understand that they're under contract. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, with their. I don't want to mess up their money, right? She said all she can say is her and Julia are in a good place, but she's not sure. Like the theme that kept coming up at the reunion is the fact that Julia wants power and she wants to be with the cool girls. And so Alexia says, I don't view myself as the queen bee. That's just not me. And I said, now, Alexia, Alexia, girl. I said, Alexia, I said, Miss Mamas, we're not going to do this. And my mom was cracking up laughing at the side. I said, now, Alexia, I said, girl, I'm enjoying you right now. But I said, respectfully, I said, you enjoy being the queen bee. You are the OG of the show. I said, we don't have to lie, but you are the face of this franchise. Like, we don't have to sit up here and lie. You've been here since season 1, episode 1. Like, girl, it's okay. I said, you just own it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's fine. Like, you are the head cheerleader of the group. And I said, Alexia, can you honestly tell me with a straight face that you honestly believe that Julia is not a social climber and she didn't push Adriana aside to get close to you? I said, are you honestly telling me right now that you in your heart of hearts believe that Julia wants to be friends with you for right reasons? So you have Alexia, bless her heart. She was playing coy and she said, well, I don't want to say that. I'm not that type of person who thinks like that. I said, okay. I said, Alexia, okay, Alexia. I said, okay, Alexia. Yes, right. Not Mrs. I'm a star being demure. Exactly. Oh, yes, honey. I was at the event clocking it. I was clocking it. Okay, honey. I was booking it. Okay. Okay. Alexia, I'm a star. My middle name is Astrid. Now, come on now, Alexia, with all due. Exactly. I just said, listen, Alexia, we are having a good old time right now. I'm enjoying the conversation. You very sweet, but I said, we're not going to sit up here and act like you don't know that you're the star of the show and that you don't enjoy being the star of the show. So she said that we're going to have to watch how Julia moves at this reunion. I kept asking, was Julia remorseful? Was there any contrition on her part for what she did? And all Alexia could say was, you have to watch. So I said to Alexia, oh, so that means that Julia showed her behind at this reunion. Alexia said, no, I won't say that. But she goes, Alexia teased that something major happens at this reunion, and it's with Adriana. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it's sounding from context clues, it sounded like, is Adriana being exposed about something? But either way, she said that there's a major, some tea is dropped about Adriana. So we'll find out. So yes, now, again, Guerdy and Alexia are good. It sounds like Marisol and Guerdy, not so much. Because when I kept pressing about Marisol, I said, yes, I don't like Marisol's behavior. I said, and here's what I love about Alexia. Alexia says, she's like, what's your channel? Like, what's your Instagram, whatever. Baby, when I tell you, she said, listen, she said, girl, whenever you want to DM me, ask me a question, whatever. And what I loved about Alexia, she kept saying, I'm not lying about any of this, and that I have screenshots to prove what I'm saying is the truth. So I said, okay. She said, if you ever need a screenshot or whatever have you for, your channel, just let me know. So I said, okay. I said, girl, we're Instagram official now. So, I might be sliding up in Alexia's DM saying, hey, girl, okay, I need clarification on tonight's episode. What really went down? Either Adriana got exposed about something or she brought tea on Julia. No, well, the way Alexia said it sounded like that she's exposed. Yeah, she's exposed about something. That's what it sounds like. Okay, so let me move on to Guerdy. I spoke to Guerdy like within the first half hour of the event. Guerdy she looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh, the absolute sweetest. So I said to Guerdy, now Guerdy, you are having a time. It is everybody against you. Now, mind you, again, I spoke to Alexia later on. The party was from 7 to 11. I got there at 7:30. I talked to Guerdy around 7:50, 7:55. So early on, I spoke to Alexia at around 9:30 to 10. Okay, so just so you know, I spoke to Guerdy first. So this is before I knew any of the stuff that Alexia told me. So I spoke to Guerdy very early on in the party, and it was funny because I said, Guerdy, it's a gang up. It's hard to watch. She said, I know. She said that there's more that happens. I said, you got to be kidding me. I asked her how her reunion went. She said, you have to watch it. Now, I said, now, Guerdy, my one complaint that I have is, why did you apologize to Julia when you guys sat down for that lunch? And then in the recent episode at Marisol's preppy party, you apologized again. I said, you did nothing wrong. When somebody assaults you, whatever you say to them is fair game. So Guerdy says, I know that, but that's not my heart. And I'll say this, I'm going to cut Guerdy some slack, because she said, when you're in such a pressure cooker situation and you know that this whole issue is going to linger on for like the next few months of filming, you don't want to deal with that. And then knowing that the whole group is against you, she said that when she said sorry, she wasn't actually apologizing for what she said. It was more just like, like, here, damn. And also, like, I just want to move on and move past this. So I said, okay, that makes me happy that, you weren't apologizing for, I said, thank God. She goes on to say that, I asked her, but, did you feel like there was remorse on Julia's end at the reunion? She just said, girl, wait and see. So, Guerdy, you can tell she's very soft-hearted, and I mean that in a good way. And she said that. She said, especially with having cancer, she doesn't want to have that anger and unforgiveness inside of her. And I get that. Like, I totally get that. And then she said, it's just not worth it to have all that like animosity in your heart. So she just was over it. But she said, I wasn't apologizing for what I said. It was the fact that Julia got her to that point that she was apologizing, like, well, damn, like, I'm sorry that I even got to this point where I even like lashed out at you like that, because I'm better than this, right? Yes, no, Guerdy looks really good. Guerdy was playing the game. She wanted to move things along instead of staying stuck on the same issue like Potomac and New Jersey. Yes. Did you ask her about the drama with her and Kiki? I saw that Kiki blocked her on Instagram. I didn't get a chance to ask her about Kiki. I think that one of the publicists had come up to her saying that she had to like do a photo op. So I'm not going to, I can read the room. I'm not going to tie somebody up when it's clear that they have to, do other things and move around the room. Right. So, you just, you float around. But no, I didn't have the chance to ask her about her and Kiki. I wanted to, but I was so focused on getting the tea about her and Julia and where they stand and any reunion beef about that. So yeah, no, I'm in the dark still about the drama with her and Kiki as well. Did I ask her about Alexia? No, I did not. I did not ask her about Alexia when I got there, when me and Guerdy talked. I asked more about the group. Like, how do you feel with the group ganging up on you? And she said it takes her back to her childhood, what she shared on the show. And yeah, I pretty much focused my questions with Guerdy on Julia. Also, again, at the beginning of the party, there were a lot of photo ops and stations. So there were the publicists coming around all the time, like pulling, each Bravo celebrity here and there. It wasn't until after about 9:30. That's when they could just like roam free and like really talk. But I didn't have the chance to really talk to her for that long. So no, I didn't ask her about Alexia. Oh, thank you so much. Just came here to say that you and your mother were both stunning. Thank you so much. I love Guerdy and hate the mean cougars. What are your thoughts on Kiki this season? I'm disappointed. I feel like Kiki throws her under the bus. Every episode this season, she's been throwing her under the bus, and it's getting on my last nerve. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Hey, Classy 2222. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, thank you. Here you go, Brooke. Here's a gift. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Robert, thank you for the super chat. Living your best life looks amazing on you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. Thank you. Yes, it's Kiki's worst season. I agree. Kiki, not all skin folk is kinfolk. Exactly. As I've said before, Kiki's giving I'm fine being the only Black girl in the friend group. Very much that. Now, can I tell you something? Brooks, Marks, Meredith, and Seth's son, Next Gen NYC. Brooks is such a sweetheart, and he's so handsome. Listen, y'all, we must have talked for about a good 15, 20 minutes. He is lovely. And you saw that picture that we took together. I said, honey, what? Mugged down. Like, what? Like, what you did, honey? It was giving high fashion, like a Tom Ford campaign. It's like, what? Listen, Brooks, Marks, I said, I see your mother every time I'm at a Bravo event. Love your mom, love your family. But it was so nice to talk to Brooks. He is a sweetheart. We talked about the show. I said to him, Brooks, I'm so shocked that I enjoyed the show as much as I did. I came into the show with no expectations. And he was like, that's the best compliment that anybody could say because we were so nervous about it. And when I tell you, he's so lovely. And I kept saying, oh, you guys are definitely getting a season 2. And he was like, I don't know. Like, I hope so. I'm really praying that we do. Like, I really love the show. And when I brought up, I asked him, how does he feel about the comments on social media about him not bringing enough to the show, like him not being a part of the drama? And he said, for me personally, he said, these are my real friendships. And he said, for other people, he said, I don't want to speak for everybody, but other people, this is just a show to them. These friendships are fake friendships. They're not real. So if they fight and argue and fuss, it's fine. But for him, he said, I'm not trying to lose a real friendship over a show that could go away tomorrow. He has such a sweet spirit, such a sweet spirit. But yeah, he said, he was like, yeah, that's why he said that, seeing that, not that it gets to him, but he just says, I wish that folks understood that I really do care and love all these people on the show. These are my actual friendships. I'm not trying to throw that away like other people do just for some fame. So I said, good for him. But yeah, he is lovely. Of course I talked to Meredith. When I tell you that Meredith, and I always knew, I said, let me tell you something. Every time one of the housewives meets my mother, they just love her down. Meredith and Lisa loved her. They're like, oh my gosh, why isn't she coming to more events? I said, well, she does, but every time it says SLC event or whatever, she's not, she's not available. But when I tell you they hit it off, they had a good old time. I mean, it's always a good time. Every time I see Lisa, shout out to her and Meredith. We talked for a little bit. I told you guys when I had seen Lisa a few weeks ago at the Las Culturistas award show, she was telling me that she has a really weird season. So it sounds like it's a gang up on Lisa Barlow season. I don't like that. Listen, y'all know I'm fair, but I do have a soft spot for certain housewives. Okay. So I don't know, if it's a gang up on Lisa Barlow season, I don't know how I feel about that. Shouldn't they have been filming already for a season 2 next summer? Oh, I don't see them filming in the winter. Oh, that's a good point. But I mean, I just don't think that they would be canceled only because they got really good ratings. And Brooks was saying that for a new, they got some of the highest ratings that a show has gotten in the last 10 years on Bravo. Their numbers were like seeing 4 and 5 million. So I don't think that Bravo is going to cancel a show that's bringing in peak Atlanta and Beverly Hills numbers, in my opinion. So I think that if anything, I could see them filming in the winter, giving the viewers like what it means to live in New York all year round. Who knows? You said let them whack Lisa Barlow. Not y'all sitting up there getting on Lisa. We might be tussling. We might be tussling this season. I could tell it was going to be a gang up on Lisa season by the way the last season ended. Yes. I didn't know you were team Lisa. Listen, honey, listen, look, just know that in the recaps, I'm going to say my real opinion, whether you like it or not. Okay. But if my views skew a little bit more towards Lisa, don't be mad at me. Hey, Robert, thank you for the super chat. Guerdy is winning. Kim Zolciak said one true statement. Jealousy is a disease. Get well soon, bitch. No, it's true. You said you must be new here. Brooke loves her some Lisa. Child. Okay. Yes, Lisa is authentically herself. Yes. Do you still do the Lisa voice? Yeah, in the recaps I do. Now, Brooke, you're going to whack Lisa next. Child. It depends on what the issues are exactly. Won't Lisa not be in the first few episodes because she was negotiating her contract? I thought that was a rumor. I don't know. I thought that was a rumor. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't like Lisa, but I respect that she's never changed her personality. She's consistent and the same person from season 1. Oh yeah, absolutely. You said don't be mad when we eat her up in the comments. All right. Oh, it's gonna be that kind of season. It's gonna be that kind of season. Oh, okay. So it's gonna be y'all ganging up on me. Okay, so we're gonna be at odds, is what you're saying. Okay. You said Alexia is spewing BS, so you will go back and tell the viewers differently. I still don't trust Alexia and her minions. Here's what I'm going to say. I appreciate a housewife who can say, like, I was wrong, right? Listen, you just might be correct. All I can do is just watch the episodes as they go by, knowing that Alexia and Guerdy are back to being friends in real time right now in real life. When you think about it like that, it kind of makes me feel like, okay, well, if Guerdy is able to move forward with Alexia, then I guess, who are we, the viewers, to be so upset? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be more upset about something than the actual castmates going through it, in my opinion. But I really appreciate the fact that Alexia was able to say, you're right. That was wrong. The fact that we have not gathered around Guerdy like we should have, we dropped the ball with that. That takes a lot of guts to do that, because a lot of these women, whether they're on TV or you catch them in person, it is a million excuses of why they did what they did and why they said what they said. You said, Brooke, you're going to be eating her up along with us. I'm screaming. Lisa's superficial personality and lack of depth is what makes her likable as a housewife to me. Alexia is still fake to me. You said we'll chew you out nicely. You better not. I'm screaming. How you gonna chew me out on my channel? How you see how folks do you? You see how people do you? You see how people do you? I thought y'all loved me. You see that? How do you feel about the Real Housewives of Rhode Island? Well, that got brought up at the party. I'm not going to tell you who told me this, but allegedly, now we've all heard this, but when I'm hearing this at a Bravo party from a Bravo person, allegedly, Real Housewives of Rhode Island is allegedly taking over for New Jersey, allegedly. Like, New Jersey, allegedly, is not coming back ever again, allegedly. Like, they are the new Supremes. They are the replacement, allegedly. And I was told that we're in for a treat, that these girls really bring it. It's a whole group of Italian women, just like in Jersey, and they really bring the drama. They have interesting lives, interesting dynamics. So I'm hearing that it's going to be like an amazing show. Like, I was told that they're giving us season 1 through 4 of Jersey. Guerdy always forgives the ladies on Miami. I'm screaming. You said, Brooke, remember, you also wrote for Heather Dubrow until you didn't. LOL. Listen, the way y'all be letting me have it, I love it though. No, you guys are funny. No, you're right. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Things can always change. A housewife that you would think that I would never not like, that could easily happen. That could easily happen, okay? And that's not just for Heather Dubrow. That can easily happen so no, I totally understand where you're coming from. But yeah, no, please believe things can always change. A housewife that I was ride or die for, I could be like, you know what? Actually, on another note, you showed another side to yourself, so I don't know anymore. Yes, it'd be your own people, exactly. Brooke, what do you think about Ayan moving to the U.S.? Do you think she'll be on Roni or Miami or any housewife show? I don't know if Ayan, and this is being respectful, Ayan is a beautiful woman, but I didn't find her enjoyable to watch on Dubai. And I can pretty much tell you right now that I won't find her enjoyable to watch on Roni or Miami or Salt Lake City or any of the other franchises. Like, it's really no shade. It's really no shade, but I don't think that Ayan, in my opinion, I'm just saying what I believe. And for me, Ayan was not compelling TV for me. So I personally would not be interested if she did join Miami or Roni or any other franchise. That's just me. You said Ayan was good season 1, but she let the fame get to her head and ruin season 2 for me. The definition of doing too much. Yes. Ayan is a one-trick pony. Yeah. Oh, and you guys know that the Real Housewives of Chicago allegedly is still filming, allegedly. And I was being told about this alleged cast. It's going to be centered, allegedly, around one woman in the group. I think her father owns like some car dealerships or something. She comes from a very wealthy family in Chicago, and it's going to be centered around her. the, from what I'm hearing, allegedly, there's no chocolate chips in the cookie. If for all my non-black subscribers, that means there's no diversity on the cast. There's no black folk on the cast. That's what I'm gonna make it plain, okay? If you didn't understand the euphemisms, but yeah, that's what I'm hearing allegedly. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that Chicago is such a. I love Chicago. Y'all know I went to school in Chicago. Lived there for 4 years. Gorgeous city, love it. But I think that Chicago is just too diverse of a city. But then again, though, Chicago is very segregated, so there's also that. So I really can't be too surprised if we don't see any, you know, we don't see any representation, because there. If you've never been to Chicago, yeah, it's very segregated. So I don't know. Yeah, Chicago with no black women is nuts. How you got Chicago without the real folks? Child. Oh, yes, Chicago has a very large black demographic. Oh, they absolutely do. Yeah, I forgot. No, did Tinsley moved. I think she's in Palm Beach now. She married a widower with 3 kids, and they're in Florida, I believe. Chicago with no color is kind of whack, but I'd still give the show a look-see. Yeah, same here. That's a shame. Chicago is so diverse. I saw on Twitter that the Chicago show, those women hired their own production company and are pitching it to Bravo. Okay. I could see that too. You know, somebody was saying that there's some new show coming out either in DC or Delaware. Now, it's no shade to anybody who lives in Delaware, but I don't know what a reality show based in Delaware, like I I said, "Are you sure about that?" Again, folks talk at these parties. You don't know, some folks are just talking, all right? That open bar is, people feeling good. So now they're just saying anything. But I was very surprised to hear that. Yes, it sounds like a scheme that Todd set up. London is also a new show. Yes, Real Housewives of London. Oh, hey, Brooke. P.S. Did you ask Guerdy about the kiss? I didn't ask her about the kiss. I literally I didn't have much time with Guerdy because I feel like Guerdy, she had to do photo ops in the beginning. So no, I didn't have too much time with her. I didn't. I would have asked her about it, but no, I didn't get to ask her that. Next time. I don't know, Brooke. We thought the same about SLC. The strange city's been giving the best vibes lately. I'm screaming. That's true. I guess we've just lost places to go. That's true. Oh gosh. They did a DC show and it was canceled, so I don't know. Now, okay, so I'm gonna say this. Potomac, I'm gonna tell you this. I got a lot of tea on Potomac. Don't be mad, but I gotta save some because you guys know that I'm hosting the New York show for Kempire next month, September 12th at Green Room 42. So I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you 1/4 of what I heard. If you're going to be at the New York show next month, I got you because I got to save something for the show. I'm going to tell you like this, how it was told to me. Everybody is getting along except for one person. I'm going to give you a hint. She had a rough reunion. She had a very interesting reunion. I'm going to say that. But everybody is fantastic. I had to ask about the friend who used to be a full-timer, and she has Floyd Mayweather Jr. I asked about her. I was told I'm still in shock. Are you sitting down? Are you all sitting? I don't want you to faint. I don't want you to faint. You said haymaker. I'm screaming. I was told she's actually a changed person. I'm gonna leave the rest of the tea for the live show next month. There's more to that. There's also more stuff that I'm leaving out. But I was shocked. I was told, then okay, I'm gonna tell you one more thing so you don't get mad at me. I was also told, are you ready for this? That we actually might like her. I'm gonna leave the rest for all of y'all who are gonna be attending the live show in New York. And if you're gonna live stream the live show, you'll get the rest of it. But I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. You said we're already mad. Yeah, I'm screaming. Child, you said, wait, who said please go away with this? You said please go away with this, Apollo. I asked what you just asked me, I asked this too. If you're going to the live show, I'll tell you the rest at the live show. And that's all I'm gonna say. You said, I'll believe it when I see it, and even then I might not believe it. Those are my exact thoughts too. Woo! Child, you said, should I get a flight and a ticket to New York City for the live show, child? Let me tell you something. You can get Kempire is streaming the NYC show. So you can just watch it you can watch it at home. That was my exact, wait, why do we all share the same brain? Because why was this my response back? And I was told, no, like, listen, I'm gonna leave it alone. I said the same thing. No, y'all, I want you to be clear. I said the same exact thing as well. Like what you just said, I said that was my response back. You said, "Oh, girl, a scheme." You said you're streaming this show. You said she's broke and humbled. I'm streaming it from the Bay, Brooke. I know you're gonna look fly. Oh, thank you. I streamed last year. It was a great show. Oh, thank you so much. You said, so she working for her check, honey. Woo. No, y'all have me screaming. You said she's licking bottoms to stay on top. Oh my gosh. When is the show? I need to purchase the live stream. The show is Friday, September 12th. September 12th. You said Bravo really does wonders for these women. Brooke, if you could see the face I'm making right now, you'd be laughing. Oh, I know I would be. Honey, y'all have me screaming in this chat. Listen, honey, when your belly is hitting your backbone, you will change. You will, what do the old folks say? You will fly right, and what is it? Like, what is it, like, sit straight and fly right? Whatever the saying is. But honey, when you are down to your last, She was out there in the heat on the GNA Pride float trying to get in good. Y'all are just so, y'all are trying it. I am hollering. I am hollering, okay? You said, Brooke, I'm going to stream this for you, but I'm annoyed already. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Y'all are so funny. Is Karen going to call the ladies from the jailhouse? No, I didn't get any Beverly Hills news. None of them were there. There wasn't any SLC news. I have to say the SLC ladies keep their stuff close to the vest, which I love. The collectors were calling. Okay, thank you. Straighten up and fly right. Exactly. Yep, straighten up and fly right. My grandparents used to say, you will straighten up and fly right. What's the news on Karen? Oh, I don't know. They're saying that she might get out of jail early, I heard, for good behavior. So she might be out before November. Who knows? That little check started looking real big now. Oh, gosh. Well, she did have that double whammy between the divorce and being let go from that radio station back to back. That would humble anybody. No Shamia news. Nobody from Atlanta was there. It was just, Next Gen NYC. Brooks was there. Ariana was there. Meredith, Seth. Oh, may I tell you something? Seth is exactly how he is on TV. Talk to him for a few minutes. He's really sweet, really kind, just lovely, but he's just as silly and fun, just like he is on television. But yeah, he was really cool. Y'all have me screaming in this chat. The SLC girls are not talking, which is why the Monica reveal was so good. Yup. Auntie Karen is still in jail. Oh, I mean, not where. When is she getting out? Oh, they're saying that, I saw that she was getting out in November. I heard that Kim and Shrey are back for season 17. Oh, yeah, I keep seeing that too. And Nene confirmed today that nobody ever asked her back for anything. I'm gonna need Shamia to just go away. I don't think I can watch it for another season. No, I think that Shamia is gonna come back. I don't think that Shamia is going to just lay down and take it that easily. I think that Shamia is somebody who will stick it out for another season. RHOA is not considered one of the top franchises anymore. No Atlanta. The Atlanta women weren't there. I don't have any Atlanta news other than they're filming right now. But yeah, no, none of them were there. Okay, wait, can I tell you something? So don't, this is between you and I, but I was told that they did reach out to more of the housewives, and some of them were just kind of okay, but they wanted a bigger fee and they didn't get that, so they decided not to come. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to name names, but the housewives that declined, I'm sorry, but your show is on the brink of cancellation. Your show is, you guys are in the off season right now. The trailer hasn't dropped, some of y'all don't have the luxury of saying that you don't want to go to an event. Some of y'all are not top tier housewives like that to be turning down events where you need that press and publicity, especially when you have Page Six there. You have, Us Weekly, In Touch, People Magazine, they're all there. So it's for you to say, if you're not going to pay me my fee, then I'm not going. And I said, well, I'm sorry, but some of y'all aren't really, y'all aren't top housewives like that to be saying that you don't want your name in the press. Like, this party was excellent press. Everybody was there. The red carpet was fabulous. I mean, the blue carpet was fabulous. Just, it's like, some of these women don't think. They're not using their brains. Yeah, no, Atlanta was filming. They get a pass. I'm talking about other franchises that are off, like they're not filming right now, and they just didn't want to come. Yes, in the words of MC Deborah, you not fab like that to be doing all that. Learn your place, earn your spot. Exactly. Yes, very short-sighted to skip it. Very much so. Very much so. Especially the girls who live over the George Washington Bridge. Like, girl, what are we talking about? All my New York tri-state folks, you understand, like, girl, what are we doing? If you don't slap that easy pass in your car and get across that bridge and come on, like, you need your name. The longer you go without being in the news and being in the press, like, people don't care. Your stock drops in the entertainment business when you're not on TV. You're just an afterthought. It's just like, yes. Okay, exactly. It's them, and it's a few others who are close, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ciao. They are never beating the entitled allegations. Listen, I just think that the women, like y'all said, are very short-sighted. Very short-sighted. Hey, YY, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Queen, please confirm that you're coming to BravoCon. Yeah, I told you guys. I feel like, yeah, I got my tickets. Yeah, I'll be there. I will be there. I want to do a meet and greet and everything. I need to just like find BravoCon is just so jam-packed. I just need to find like a time, which day to do a cute little meet and greet at a bar at one of the hotels, and we'll have a good old time. Hey, Rich the Fish, thank you for the super chat. I agree 100%. We can't be mad with Alexia and Giselle any more than Wendy and Guerdy are. These women get paid a lot to be on that show and forgive their aggressors. Yup. Hey, Kadaya 2 Torre, thank you for the super chat. I don't think it's harder to admit you're wrong when everyone's on your ass for not doing the right thing. It's easier than staying in denial. That's true. That's a very good point. Hey, Stacey Ann, thank you for the super chat. Housewives of London, I'm excited. Will you recap? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I haven't even been paying attention to that. I mean, I'll check the trailer out. I'll see. I won't make any promises, but I'll see. But then again, though, I just might, because listen, honey, I feel like an honorary London girl. I really feel like London, that's where I'm supposed to be. Like, me and London go together. So you know what? I just might recap it. Hey, Kadaya 2 Torre, thank you for the super chat. Stacey and her lying acting butt strike again. Hey, Kadaya 2 Torre, thank you for the super chat. Of course, we'll like the very humble version of Monique. Ciao. I ask that. Get a ticket to the live stream. Can you confirm that Robin is not returning to RHOP? LOL. I don't think she is. I didn't ask about Robin. I don't think she is. I mean, she might. I mean, I did not think about Robin at all. I forgot all about her, so I didn't even think to ask that. So I can't confirm or deny. What did you say? You said, Brooke, I'm sneaky. I forgot Robin was ever fired. I heard Robin films as a guest. She may appear at a party or two. You said, who's Robin? I hope Lady Footlocker can stay wherever her cabin is with Juan. Yeah, no one ever asked about Robin. One can only hope she doesn't. Who thinks about Robin? The Bravo universe is what keeps me going in these crazy times. Wait, what? Shamia was singing spirituals on the Underground Railroad with Portia at the opening. What? Y'all are too much. Robin and her Robin and her 3 fans online. Oh gosh, y'all are so funny. Oh gosh, when on earth is Ashley getting her pink slip? I don't know. I don't know. It looks like she's gonna be back for season 11. From what it looks like Ashley. I don't know when she's leaving. Y'all are so funny. Oh gosh, I'm like so tired. I'm like delirious, so I cannot stop laughing. And like you guys are being extra silly. Robin, get behind that paywall. Ciao. You say you're not coming back until Ashley's gone. I've been asking when we'll be free of Miss Ashley Darby. Wish we could send images in chat like the TikTok update. Y'all are funny. Yes. Yeah. Oh yes. Lord have mercy. Ashley's still here. Yup, she sure is. They need to show Ashley the door like a pest. Honey, it seems like it's giving that Ashley's gonna, you know what? I don't even want to speak that into existence because, you know, she might be on this show till season 20. But the way it sounded like she might be on for season 11. So I'm just, You said, Brooke, do Sheila's dance for us. You said Giselle needs to go. Listen, that's not happening. That is not happening. I'm the same way, you know, folks keep asking for Katie Ross. The same that's not happening for a long time. I honestly think that we might see her getting benched as a friend of in season 12 or 13. Because best believe producers want to see Giselle and Karen when Karen gets out of jail. And Karen will be getting out of jail when season 11 resumes filming. So, yeah, we can expect for Giselle, if I mean, again, it's just a prediction. I'm not saying that I'm right, but with the Giselle and Karen stuff and Karen going to jail, Karen coming out of jail secures a lot of their storylines, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't see Giselle going anytime soon. Hey Kay got that. Hey Kay got that so hosey. Thank you for the super chat. They better have at least 3 scenes with Karen in prison, the grand prisoner. I don't know. I mean, you know what? If I had to guess, I think that maybe we'll see a scene where Giselle and Ashley cook up a plan to go visit her in prison and then get turned away. I could see that happening, but I don't know if we're gonna get any scenes with Karen. I wonder if we're gonna see them visit Ray and check on him. Ciao. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. One of your comments has me in tears about Ashley. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. You said Giselle has nothing going on. Katie does not need to be on TV. Yeah, Katie got married apparently. Yeah, we talked about that a few lives ago. We talked about that like a few weeks ago. You said Giselle's middle name is Bravo's Job Security. If they show Ashley singing on any scenes, I'm out. That's the only way I'll watch it again, Brooke. Katie was over there on Twitter asking, oh my gosh, to pardon Karen. Ciao. Y'all will not do this to me today. Y'all will not do this. Why do y'all insist on acting up? I'm trying to keep it calm, and here y'all go. Oh gosh. Wait, let me find the comment again so I can highlight it. Oh my gosh. You guys are too funny. Wow. You said she married Peter Griffin. Jesus. You said Katie threw that wig in the air and pushed her way to the courthouse. Yes, honey, she was booking it to the courthouse. Mama was pumping through, honey. She was pushing through. And her good old kitten heel and crooked wig, honey. And a nice pressed and, ironed down dress from Rent the Runway for $40, honey. She was there. And her Sunday's best. Oh my, no, they are truly in here cutting up. Oh my gosh. Pumping through. Well, no, she burned the bridge with Bravo anyway, sort of like Nene. So she's not going to be back on Bravo unless a miracle happens. She's not going to be back on the show. So you don't have to worry about seeing her. She's not coming. She's not going to ever be back on Potomac. That wig has seen it all. Child, you said Vivica Fox's wig and beauty supply colored contacts and jumped the broom. You said, thank you, Papa. Oh, listen, no, they truly had me crying in the chat. You said Ray is having a good old time with Karen in the big house. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's no, for her own health and safety. She does not need to be on TV. I agree. I agree. But yeah, listen, y'all. I just wanted to, tell you some of the tea, some of the questions. I knew that I had to come on here quickly because especially when it comes to the picture that I took with Alexia, I said, I can just hear y'all now saying, Brooke, what in the, what is going on? But like I said, going forward, I'm going to watch Miami with a very detached eye because you just can't get that invested. You know what I'm saying? And then knowing that they filmed the reunion, her and Guerdy are good. So Guerdy seems to be at peace and happy right now. So, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting, we have 8 more episodes left of the season. It's a long season of Miami. So they're not going off until the season finale is in September, end of September, and the reunion is in October. So we still have a ways to go with Miami. And then I think it's going to be Salt Lake City and Potomac coming back around that time as well. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. Nice to hear that about Alexia. No, she didn't gaslight me. And listen, I understand your position. I get your point. We can't trust these women. I get it. I don't feel gaslit because I asked her point blank. I didn't beat around the bush. I wasn't nervous. I'm never nervous, but I wasn't, shy to ask her what I wanted to ask her. So I feel like whether she lied to me or not, that's between her and God. But as for me, I just appreciated the fact that she didn't BS me with the answers. Other housewives would have walked away. Other housewives would have been cowards and they would have had their PR come get them. So the fact that she was able to sit for over a half an hour and talk to me and my mom and really, answer You know, I'm just saying I gotta give the girls their due when it's due. You know. Okay, you don't trust Alexia's mind, but I trust you, Brooke. Yes. Listen, I'm not. Am I saying that you need to? You know, if you feel a way about Alexia, I'm not saying that you need to feel a different way about her. All I'm saying is I appreciate any housewife who can look you in your eye and give you a straight answer and not sit up there and lie and conjure up stories because they're embarrassed. I appreciate her saying, we did drop the ball with Guerdy. We could have done a better job supporting her through her cancer journey. And you're right about that. We fell short. Her admitting that her saying that she actually did say that Julia was 100% wrong. You know, again, listen, call me what you want, but I just knew I had to ask the questions that y'all wanted to know and that I wanted to know. So whether or not we feel like she's lying or not, I do appreciate her not walking away or you know, saying, oh, you know, I'll talk to you in a few minutes and then, you know, then never be seen again. So I can appreciate that. Y'all are so funny. Hey, oh, hey, Elise Vernado. Thank you for the super chat. I know you said you're saving it for the NYC show, but is the door closed for Candace? Blink twice if the answer is no. I'll say this. From what I gathered, depending on how season 10 goes, and it sounds like season 10 is a lot of peace and harmony, except for, you know, like one person. I guess like nothing is impossible, if that makes sense. You said she didn't blink, y'all. Chat, how many times did she blink? I missed it. You said you're preying on season 10's downfall now. She looked away when she wanted to blink. Alexia was aware of her narcissistic tendencies, so maybe she is telling the truth. You said, don't sip now. Is the door open or closed? We saw you blink. No, I didn't blink. I did not blink. I sat there. I did this. I didn't blink. That was my eyelash falling off. I did not blink. Oh, gosh. Did I hear anything about Roni? No, I didn't hear anything about New York. Oh, London is not airing in the US unless you get a VPN. Okay. Did Candace get into it with her producer? I didn't hear that. Now that I didn't hear. I can't tell you either way. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Oh, I didn't know that she got into it with Eric. Oh, I did not know that. Brooke said you ain't catching me slipping. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to know, if Portia paid that money. Yeah, Roni needs to take a good break for a year or 2 or 3. I agree. I did see that what's her name? You know how before on Beverly Hills only Dorit was going to BravoCon? Well, now Kyle's going to be at BravoCon and Erica. So it's going to be 3 of the ladies so far. So we're going to see if the rest of the cast joins them. I think it's interesting that Dorit was the only one who was slated to come and represent everybody. But now it's going to be Kyle and Erica also coming too. You said bring Carlos back. Either way, y'all watch Traders. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Listen, we'll see Candace and Portia on the upcoming season of Traders this coming January. So yeah, if you get to see her on there. So Dorit wouldn't turn down $1. True. Dorit's schedule's always clear, so we knew she'd be there. You said we don't want to see them. Oh, thank you so much. Just got off the phone with, oh, Mom, Guerdy seems like she loved you. Oh, yeah, we had a really great, she's very sweet. Sutton is scared that she might get booed. Did you hear about Erica going to court in January about that $25 million? Yes. The triple trader trio is going. Wait, what about Bose? Any update with her? I mean, I don't see her name on the list of Bravo celebrities going. And I remember before it was only Dorit going, and now it's Erica and Kyle joining her. So maybe Bose is, I don't know, maybe Bose is going to come. Who knows? I'm surprised that she wouldn't be a given, because she loves the fame. So I'm very surprised that I didn't see her name up there. But yeah, I haven't seen Bose's name up there. Maybe she might surprise, who knows? But yeah, so far it looks like she's not coming. I love that you kept it real with Alexia. Yeah, I mean, I think that I try to be fair. I'm always respectful, but I had to let them know, listen, we're watching you on TV, and although production is taking things out, we're still seeing that there's some injustice going on this cast, right? But yeah, I keep it real with all of them. And some like it and some claim that they like it, and I'm gonna keep it there because, like I said, there's more where that came from next month. So on that note, I'm going to stop the live right here, and I will see you all. I know I'm there's so many recaps to do. I still have OC episode 5. So yeah, there is a lot to catch up on. And we're getting 2 back-to-back new episodes of Miami, one tonight and one tomorrow. So I'm just like, well, why are they doing that? But okay. But yeah, so I'm going to play catch up eventually one of these days. But guys, I'm going to just end the live right here. And I hope you guys had fun. I hope that you enjoyed the live. I always enjoy talking to you guys. And yeah, but thank you to all my moderators. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. Thank you all just for having a great time with me, celebrating 6 years, listening to some tea. I truly appreciate y'all. But I will see you all later, and we will talk then. Okay. Bye, guys. Y'all are the best.